If you want to make me mad, touch my stomach. If you want to make me mad, touch my stomach. If you want to make me mad, touch my stomach. Sometimes I hear this in my head randomly, or I might hear, no matter what, you guys always need to make sure you protect and look out for each other because it's just us. When thinking of my mother, a lot of things can be said, but three things that have always stuck with me throughout my life, being a product of my parents and now living my own adult life. Doing the right thing morally, because as a black male, my life can either be cut short my life can be cut short by either two boxes, death or jail, for not making right moral decisions and not having control over my emotions. Uh, Moving on with your life when love and respect you've shown toward others can't be reciprocated. Or being humble and not being materialistic over frivolous things. Although my perspective about my mom is a personal experience, I believe the things I'm going to elaborate in this speech regarding the life lessons my mother Sherry has taught me can help and resonate with everyone. Doing the right thing morally always seemed like a common conversation my mother and I will have on a consistent basis, mainly because I was a hard-headed young kid. But as I've gotten older, I realized my mother having these conversations with me was because she cared. She cared for my well-being and wanted to make sure she put the right mindset in my mind to make the right decisions where I wouldn't embarrass her, but most importantly, I wouldn't destroy my own life in the process. One of the most memorable moments growing up that always stuck with me was a car ride driving down Harper after being picked up from our after-school program. And I believe I got in trouble at the time. Something disciplinary happened at school, and she felt the need to give me a scared straight moment where she would basically continuously ask me when a homeless person was passed driving down Harper, do you want to be a fucking bum in a box? Is that what you want? You want to be a bum? You keep fucking up, you're going to be a bum on the street. The environment, the setting of the day lives rent free in my head. It was just a gloomy day and it was raining, probably at maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. So it was still light out, but it was gloomy. And I'll never forget that. And it stuck with me because I never wanted to, be in a situation like that or be in jail or dead. I had something to live for. And my mom, made sure that she put the right things in my mind to keep me out of trouble. Sometimes, when people slight you or disrespect you, people don't know when to let go. But with my mom, that was the complete opposite. My mother was not afraid to cut off anyone, and I mean literally anyone besides our only two kids, of course, if you slighted her or didn't reciprocate the love that she showed you. My mother was the epitome of running a strict program before the popular term was ever a thing as of recently. Being humble and not being materialistic was also something that has always stuck with me growing up. My mom at one point had a really nice purple Jaguar car that I really loved. But one day the car broke down. She picked me up from school in a different vehicle. It was an older van, which kind of threw me off. So I remember asking her what happened to the Jaguar and why didn't she come pick me up today in that vehicle? Of course, her explanation was it's in the shop and that there's nothing wrong with what we're currently driving. But something in me let her know that I didn't want to be seen in this hoopty, and she immediately cut me off and stated, don't ever judge anyone based on what they're driving. A serial killer, a trafficker, people doing terrible things can be driving nice cars. The car doesn't define who you are as a person, but the content and character of who you are is what matters the most, not a car. Hearing her say this immediately had me quiet the whole ride home, and my mindset shifted subconsciously that day. These words really made me see through the materialistic stuff and forced me to look deeper into who I come in contact with growing up and as an adult. Overall, sometimes I wish I listened to my mother more growing up about certain things, but being a parent now myself, I realize that you can teach your child everything and put them in the right environments and keep them out of trouble and productive. But if whatever you decide to express doesn't have love involved with the teachings and nurturing, it means nothing.